What's going on, ladies and gents? Can you believe it? I actually had a viewer ask me a question in the comment section. I feel so happy. Asked me if I was going to make a part 2 to why I don't regret dropping out of high school. And I may be wrong on this, but I believe there are a lot of people that are contemplating dropping out. School can be a wonderful thing if someone actually tell you all of the options that you really have when you're getting ready to leave. This is about me and why it didn't work for me. I don't know about you guys, but at my school, there was no doubt a lot of teachers that actually got some sort of pleasure simply out of being able to tell you to do whatever they wanted you to do, and you had to do it. The school system these days, the other teachers, they're always going to side with their coworkers or whatever. I'm just really not a person that likes being told what to do.
Your boss is going to tell you what to do.
My boss is paying my bills. Let's be honest here. The real purpose of school is just to get a piece of paper that tells your employer that you know how to follow directions and show up on time. I think they call this piece of paper, I forgot I think it's a diploma. Any average American citizen can get a diploma. It's really not that hard. All you have to do is mimic what your teacher tells you onto a piece of paper. In my class, you'll pretty much pass the project. All you have to do is opt to present it. Stand up in front of the class and present it. As long as you do that, you'll pass, all right? You don't even have to have the correct information. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but what about teaching me how to excel in an interview? What to look for when I'm going to actually search for a job? What landlords are actually looking for in tenants? It's actually going to take to get a car? What a credit score is, what a credit report is, how to build our credit. And when, to be honest with you, the best time to start building your credit is when you're young, around 18 or so. It didn't teach me any of that stuff, right? But what it did teach me is a bunch of formulas, some history, completely unnecessary vocabulary words that you never use in your day-to-day life. And if you somehow actually manage to squeak your way through all of this garbage, at the end of it, all they would do is preach. Go to college. Let me tell you something about college. My college is funded through Job Corps. And thank God for that. But you know how much debt I would be in by the end of all this? $14,000. This is just for 1 year. Don't get me wrong, there are some colleges out there that really have good benefits and everything, alright? School is not for everyone. I believe they preach it because that's just the old-fashioned thing to do. I thank God for all the scientists, biologists, nutritionists, and all of the professions that we have out there, alright? Everyone, you get one life, alright? Make sure you live it the way you see fit. And if school isn't for you, then it's not for you. Most places won't even hire you without a degree these days. False. Most people don't accept GEDs these days. All they take is actual high school diploma. False. Throughout my Job Corps time, I've been to 7 different states, and I've met someone in every last one of those states that's in a profession making decent money that does not have a degree. Never even been to college. For all of you getting ready to finish up high school, and that college is not your only option. There's trade school, Job Corps, volunteer services to get you experience. There are a lot of different options, alright? You even have the military, for Pete's sakes. The military, from my understanding, they even pay for your school, like your college and stuff. If you plan to do college while you're in the military, the military pays for that. And you get a lot of good benefits with the military, a lot of benefits that you won't see anywhere else. Right? Highly recommend doing your research on trade school or even Job Corps. You can learn how to be an electrician, a carpenter, a roofer, desk assistant, business person. You can management. They teach you how to be a manager and things like that. You just really have to look into it, all right? There's a center in every single state. I don't regret leaving school because I'm a philosopher, all right? I've always strived to pave my own path. You know what I mean? All I can really remember about school is that I wasn't interested in anything that they were teaching me. I'd do any of the work. I would try to stay after class to ask the teacher certain questions about life, and they just wouldn't tolerate it. I wanted to learn how to be an HVAC technician. I wanted to learn how to be a computer tech, how to take a computer apart and put it back together, how to fix broken computers, get my license to become a counselor, because I love listening to people's problems, giving them advice and stuff like that, right? All I got back was, why would you want to be something as stupid as that? Why would you want to do this? Why would you want to do that? I even tried to ask my PE teacher, what's the best way for losing weight? You got any dieting plans for how to lose weight? And his response was,
why are you asking me? You got a computer at home, use the internet.
No matter what I would do, I just couldn't get an answer from them. I was lonely, like not just in school, but in life in general. I would come home from school and nobody would talk to me. Like every day I would come home, it was just me alone in my room in the dark with a computer. I was eager to listen. I wanted to trust people. I wanted to learn. They have this notion that this is what you have to do, and if you aren't interested in that, then I have nothing for you. Most of them were only there for a paycheck. My whole life has been nothing but, Kieon, figure it out on your own. Stop asking me questions. You come in here and ask me this stuff almost every day. I don't know, Kieon, I don't know. Klein, I failed twice. I failed the 8th grade once, and I failed the 9th grade once. The 11th grade rolled around. I was getting tired of it all. I was tired of depending on people that weren't there for me. That's when I made the decision to learn it for myself by dropping out. This road that you walk to learn alone, it's not an easy road, man. It's not. Everything you learn on your own, you're gonna have to learn it by making a mistake. I had to learn the hard way not to walk in the woods at night. Learn on my own not to just throw the fries in the pan with all this grease because the grease popped into my eye. At one point in my life, I had to go 11 days without food, all because I was spending my money recklessly because I wasn't thinking about me. I had to learn the hard way not to put all of my eggs in one basket. I learned the hard way not to depend on everybody. I had to learn the hard way not to talk about people behind their backs. I had to learn the hard way not to say certain things to people. I had to learn the hard way how to read when somebody just really doesn't want to be bothered. I even had to learn the hard way to not let yourself become easily seduced by a female. Everything I just told you, they all have a scary, horrible story behind it. I've been starving. I've been without water. I've been in pain. I've been itchy. I've been scratching. I've been having random nerve issues where my arms are just jumping for no reason. Many panic attacks. I learned so many things in pain, but I learned. I might not know who started the war in 1538. I might not know how to find X, Y, and B, but I bet you this. I bet you I know what to do when a tornado comes. I bet you I know what to do when a forest fire is headed your way. I bet you I'll know what to do if someone tries to break into my house. I bet you I'll know a few ways to inspect a used car before I buy it. I'll bet you I know how to improve my credit score. I bet you I know what to do if someone tries to steal my information. I'll bet you I know how to answer the questions in the interview. I'll bet you I know how to tell you which wires are hot and neutral. I bet you if my outlet stops working that I know how to replace it. I bet you I'll know how to repair my own AC unit when it stops working. I'll bet you I end up with a full-time job by the end of all this despite not finishing high school. I'll bet you before I graduate here that I'm actually going to finally see my abs for the first time in my entire life. I'll bet you by the end of all this, I'm everything they said I wasn't going to be. Just watch. Like, follow your dreams, man. Do it for you, not for anybody else but for you. It's going to be hard. There are going to be times where you're going to make a mistake. There's going to be pain. There's going to be times where you're depressed. There's going to be times where you feel like you can't trust anyone. There's going to be times where people do you dirty. There's going to be times where you just want to quit on everything. But when those times come, I want you to think of that person that called you ugly, that person that called you fat, the people that laughed at you because you couldn't be what they wanted you to be, the people that told you you weren't going to do this and you weren't going to do that, people that laughed at you when you didn't know how to dance and you didn't know how to do this and you couldn't be the popular one, when you couldn't be like them. Think about all of those people when the going gets tough. And while you're thinking about them, I want you to ask yourself one question. Were they right? They expect you to give up. They want you to give up. And when you ask yourself that question, were they right? I want you to answer back with a resounding hell no. And fight back. That's why I don't regret dropping out. Because, man, if you knew how many people told me I wasn't going to be anything or I wasn't going to do half the things I've done already, man, your head would spin. I proved a lot of the naysayers wrong. But I'm not done yet. I still got a lot more to do. Yeah, smelling what I'm telling. See, I'm a weirdo. This is the kind of stuff I find relaxing, right? Just look up at the sky. The night sky. Oh, I love the nighttime. And what do you know? If you know me well, what do I love? Trains! I'll be where the night falls and the moon rises. You smelling what I'm telling?
Meet me on State Street. I'll take you out. intentions